What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We got something in the mail. Yes, sir. My firewall plate just arrived today, man. And I've fully sanded down the firewall already. So we are ready to weld. I still gotta get some of the little spots, like in the corners, up in that corner right there, up there in between. I'm probably gonna have to use like my hand, or if I can find my DA, then I'll just sand it with like a 60 grit, because I've used a wire brush, but that thing was not working as well. It was just spreading out all like the old glue because it was getting too hot. So we're just gonna use maybe our hand or a DA if I can find it, just sand it down a little bit more, get it to bare metal. But let's unbox this thing because I'm excited to see what it looks like. This thing is huge. Yo, check this thing out, man. Oh yeah. Sheesh. Check this thing out, man. It is raw metal, so we don't gotta sand anything down. We're gonna have to drill some of the holes though, so we could hold it down in there and pretty much like spot weld, and then after that weld around this part right here and all around this little plate. So I'm gonna look for my strong magnets real quick so we can put the plate on the firewall so we can see what it looks like for mock-ups. All right, this thing looks pretty clean, bro. My first thought was to drill holes around the plate, but I feel like I can get away with this. You know, my magnets are holding it up pretty darn strong, so I could probably just like tack weld in the bottom first, because I still have to bend the metal, and once I bend them to its proper shape, then I could start tacking the top. I feel like that would work. But in the videos I've seen on YouTube where people did their little heater box delete and added a plate, they've had rivets. But that means I'm gonna have to drill a lot of holes and drill through my firewall again, which is gonna be a little tough because, you know, I'm working with thin sheet metals, and whatever amperage you're using for your welder, you might blow through the sheet metal. With me not drilling any holes, I'll have more metals for me to weld on. This might be a little tough right here because old owner drilled holes here, so I'm gonna have to like fill this in a lot. Feel me? But yeah, I think that's the route I'm gonna take, bro. Let this plane pass by. I live close to an airport, so I hear that daily. But yeah, I think that's the route we're gonna go with, man. Start tacking the bottom up, start sanding some of the spots that I see that needs to be sanded down, cause I need to weld through there. You see it? We're gonna pull this plate off again and then start sanding some of the little edges in the corners and all the spot on the firewall that has paint or glue left. That's how it's gonna look, my friends. Yes, sir. So I'm gonna go get my welder out real quick and start tacking like each corner of the bottom. Cool. Now I'm gonna go along this right here. Bam. All right, now we're doing the corner spot near the fender, and I feel like this is where we're gonna struggle a lot. What we're gonna do is go grab my my torch so we can torch it up and like remove all the excess glue. All right, man, I think I'm gonna call it a night. We're gonna come back here tomorrow. Hopefully the weather stays clear. I haven't checked it yet, but if it is clear, we're gonna come back here and tackle the rest of the welding on the firewall. But we did struggle on that corner spot a lot, dude, like a lot. I had to fill that corner in with filler material, bro. It's not too crazy. I'm over exaggerating right now, but we did fill it up by a good amount. Look at that. Man, Everything else is gonna be easy right here. It's gonna be thin welds when we do get to it. But yeah, this corner right here was a pain, you know. But what is it called? But we're not done, you know. We're not gonna leave it like that. You know, once we're done welding everything up, we're gonna grind that down, sand that down, and get it ready for Bondo, because we're gonna smooth this firewall up, bro. And once we're done with Bondo work, it's gonna look like it was never there. You feel me? So this was a good test. That corner was a good test. Everything else is gonna be easy peasy, bro. Hopefully, cross my fingers, man. I ain't gonna jinx myself, bro. But I'm gonna get cleaning because my driveway is dirty. And yeah, call it a night. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, man. It is the next day. I just got off of work not that long ago, waiting for my girl so she can watch my daughter. Now we're back outside. Let's get going, because I'm trying to weld this plate on the firewall today. Like, finish everything today. So enough talking, man. Let's get cracking. Alright, come check this out, man. We got a solid bead going through the bottom. Now I go inside and hammer this part out right here. And then we're gonna go work our way up all the way over here, man. So we're almost done. Kinda. Check it out. Whew. It's a little bit more gap still. I'm gonna try to hammer it from the outside now. Yes, sir. All right, that took a while. Took a lot of hammering, but I wanted to preserve that flatness or that curve right here rather than like pulling everything out, and that should be enough space for me to weld. Yes. Hey, we are all done. The top part is a little bit hard to do, but we got it done. Sheesh. Look at that. Smooth. Smooth. I had to fill in a little bit right here because there was another hole right here, so everything looks good. Now I'm gonna bring out my angle grinder and mostly focus on the corner first, and then get to the easier sides. You know, everything else is easy, but the corner spot we need to work on. So for the corner, I was on Amazon and I found these curved like edges here, so it's easier for me to like sand that corner rather than like a typical flap disc. Compare those two. Yeah. Let's see how this works, man. Bro, we are finally done. It took a while sanding and grinding all the welded spots, but this thing looks way better now. Check that out. Ooh, I kind of grinded too much right here, so there's a little hole, but we're gonna patch that up anyways. And then yeah, everything looks solid, man. Yes, sir. Ooh. We're one step closer to finishing the engine bay. Next step right now is to do Bondo work. You know, fill in some spots where it's a little bit lower, a little bit higher, so we can start sanding on that and get it ready for paint. But I think that's it for today, man. So if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button. If you guys want to stick around some of this current project and the future projects, hit that subscribe button. But on that note, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace. Peace.